we will revise chapter number 1 of Maths 1, which is called linear equations in two variables. Remember that the content of this chapter, the content of linear equations in two variables, is spread across two chapters. And these two chapters are not in just one grade. These two chapters are in two different grades. The first chapter was in class 9 last year in Maths 1. The second chapter is now in class 10. They are absolutely connected. They make sense only together. And I have told you again and again and again that we should be knowing both the chapters, the one that we studied in class 9 and the one that we have studied in class 10. अगर हम ये कहेंगे कि जो क्लास 9 में है उसको छोड़ दो, जो क्लास 10 में है हम उतना ही पढ़ेंगे, so you will be able to answer most of the questions, but there will be certain questions that you may not be able to answer or you may not be able to answer properly. For that reason, when we are revising now, we will revise everything related to linear equations in two variables from class 9. This is how we will revise. We will first look at the structure of the linear equations, how they look, what are their different parts. Then we will understand the meaning of solution to linear equation. Also, meaning of solution to two linear equations. We will understand the basic requirement to find a solution. This is all that we have already studied in class 9. We studied even more in class 9. We started to learn how to solve linear equations in two variables. We studied two methods, substitution and elimination. So till elimination method, we studied in class 9. According to the textbook, we studied just two things in class 10, graphical method and the determinant method of solving the linear equations. Right? So when I said कि अगर आप class 9 की चीजें याद नहीं रखोगे, नहीं पढ़ोगे, so even if you don't know substitution and elimination, but you need to know the structure of equations, the meaning of solution, the requirements for solution. These are basic things, because without which we will not be able to solve any linear equation in two variables using even the graphical and the determinant method. इसीलिए दोनों चैप्टर आना जरूरी. Let us start with what we have studied in class 9. So first things first, what are these linear equations and what are these linear equations in two variables? How do they look? Now, two very important things to remember. One is the general form. This is a very official term, general form. Whenever we have an equation in this form, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. For example, suppose it is 5x plus 7y plus 9 equals to 0. So there is a part which is left hand side of the equal to sign. There is a part which is on the right hand side of the equal to sign. Which is on the left hand side is called the LHS. Which is on the right hand side is called the RHS. Right? Now, these A and B and C, they are constants. They are numbers. They can be fractions. They can be decimal numbers, but they are numbers. And there is a difference between AB and C. You see, A and B are not on their own. They are with a variable. So A and B here are called coefficients. Whereas C definitely is called a constant. Similarly, 0 is also a constant. Right? So when a linear equation is written in this form, ax plus by plus c equals to 0, that means the RHS is 0. If we have a linear equation with RHS equals to 0, we can say that it is written in the general form. Linear equation because the degree is 1. देखो power 1 है, यहाँ पे power 0 है. So highest power is 1. So this is a linear equation. Two variables. Yes, we have two variables, x and y. There is no third variable. Linear equations in two variables. But most of the time, at least in class 9 and class 10, when we deal with linear equations in two variable, we will not deal with them in the general form. When you go to the higher classes, then you will start using the linear equations in general form. More frequently, we write the linear equations in this form. Ax plus by equals to c. See what has happened here. Now the RHS is not 0. What is happening in this frequently used form? Ki the terms with the variables, they are kept on the left hand side, and the term without the variable, that is kept on the right hand side. This is the meaning of frequently used form. General form and frequently used form. Now, what we need to understand is ki what is A, what is B, what is C? That is, what are the coefficients and what are the constants? I will explain one example. I will ask you another question. Now, if you look at this equation, x plus 2y plus 3 equals to 0. Clearly, the RHS is 0. That means it is in the general form. Right? Now, if you compare these x plus 2y plus 3 equals to 0 to ax plus by plus c equals to 0, then you can clearly see that a equals to 1 into x, b equals to 2, and c equals to 3. And this is where what we learned yesterday in algebra comes into use. X means 1 into x, 2y means 2 into y. It is same as similar to b into y. So we can find out that the coefficients are 1 and 2 and the constant is 3. Now you tell me, what are the coefficients and what are the constants in the second equation, which is x minus 2y equals to minus 3. So what I'm asking you to tell me is, how much is A, how much is B, and what is C in the second equation? Now, the second equation that I asked you to work on, x minus 2y equals to minus 3, here the RHS is not 0. So this is not in the general form. This is in the frequently used form. So we have to compare it to the second form, ax plus by equals to c. First, we need to know this. Then the answer is easy. Now, in place of c, we have minus 3. So we know that constant is minus 3. In place of plus b, we have minus 2. So b is minus 2. This is also very, very clear. Now, in place of a, what do we have? 1. It is not 0. It is 1. So a equals to 1, b equals to minus 2, and c equals to minus 3. The coefficients are 1 and minus 2. The coefficient of x is 1. The coefficient of y is minus 2. And the constant is c, which is minus 3. Next thing to understand when we are studying linear equations and linear equations in two variables is, what is the meaning when we say solution? What does it mean? Solution means upay, tarika. So the very nature of the linear equation that we are having here, linear equation in two variables, we have variables and we have constants. By definition, that we revised yesterday in algebra, variables don't have fixed values. Variables by definition mean that their values can change. Now, the meaning of the solution comes from that definition. Solution means if the equation is x plus 2y equals to 3, this is a linear equation. This is one linear equation in two variables, x and y. The meaning of the solution here is, what are those values of x and y for which this equation is correct? Ki x kitna hoga, y kitna hoga, so that x plus 2y equals to 3. That is the meaning. For example, this is such a simple equation. You know that if we have, say, x equals to 1 and y equals to 1, then the LHS becomes 1 plus 2 into 1, which is 2, which is 3. That means if we take x equals to 1 and y equals to 1, the equation is correct. That means x equals to 1 and y equals to 1 is a solution. So whenever you come across questions which say solve this linear equation, it means we have to find the value of the variables for which the equation is true. We can also write the solution as we write points in coordinate geometry. We can say x comma y equals to 1 comma 1. If you want to write this way, you can write. Not necessary. Both are solution. What it means is here x is 1 and y is also 1. X is 1, y is 1. We know from last year itself, we are studying linear equations in 2 variables, and that too 2 equations. And we are calling them simultaneous linear equations in 2 variables. So what is the meaning of solution when we say 2 equations with 2 variables? Suppose the equations are x plus y equals to 4 and 2x minus y equals to 2. Now, don't worry. Just go with the flow. The meaning of the solution here is we need a common solution, a solution that will be applicable to this equation. Suppose equation number 1, also this equation, suppose equation number 2. We want to find the values for x and y that will satisfy both the equations at the same time. At the same time, in one word, is called simultaneously. For example, here, these equations are so simple. If you look at equation number 1, if we take x equals to 2 and y equals to 2, this is 4. That means x equals to 2 and y equals to 2 is a solution for equation 1. Agreed or not agreed? Okay, agreed. Now, if we try the same values in the second equation, let us see what happens. It says 2x, so 2 into 2. हमने x को कितना लिया है? 2 लिया है, y को भी 2 लिया है. So let us take this. Minus y, so minus 2. How much is this? 2 2s are 4. Minus 2, which is 2, which is this. That means x equals to 2 and y equals to 2 is a solution for equation number 2 also. So these are the common values. These are the common values for x and y, which are satisfying both the given equations at the same time. So when there are 2 equations, then also we will find just one set of solution. तो यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे? For equation 1 and 2, the solution is x equals to 2 and y equals to 2. We can also write x comma y within brackets equals to 2 comma 2. Whichever you like. It's the same thing. I prefer the first one. So the only difference in the meaning of solution from one equation to 2 equations is, in one equation we are finding any pair of values that satisfy that given equation. But when we have 2 equations, we have to find that pair of values that will satisfy both the given equations together. To find values, to find solutions for 2 linear equations in 2 variables, one thing that we must have is 2 distinct linear equations in 2 variables. We need 2 equations, otherwise we will not be able to find a solution. और ऐसा नहीं है कि 2 हमारे पास इक्वेशन होंगे तो हमको आंसर मिल ही जाएगा. No, not in all the cases. But in most cases, we will be able to find the solution if we have two distinct linear equations in two variables. Let us understand what is the meaning of this distinct. Distinct means unique, alag-alag, in two variables. Now, if we look at equation 1 here, which is x plus y equals to 3, and equation 2 here, which is 3x plus 3y equals to 9. एकदम अलग है ना दोनों देखने में. So can we call them distinct equations or not? Yes or no? In the chat box, please. These equations, they look different, but they are not. They are not. They are not distinct linear equations. If you see, there is a pattern. First term multiplied by 3, we get 3x. Second term multiplied by 3, we get 3y. Third term multiplied by 3, we get 9. X into 3 is 3x. Y into 3 is 3y. 3 into 3 is 9. In one step, I can say x plus y equals to 3. This equation, when I multiply it with 3, I get the second equation, which is 3x plus 3y equals to 9. And this is why they are not distinct. They are the same equations, although they look different. It is just like कि सर एक दिन शर्ट और पैंट पहनकर आए, दूसरे दिन टी शर्ट और जीन्स पहनकर आए, कपड़े अलग हैं, equation is the same. The coefficients are different, but the equation is same. And we need to be careful about this situation. The first method of solving two linear equations or two simultaneous linear equations in two variables that we studied last year is called the substitution method. Substitution. Now, if you want to write down the steps of how do we do it, this is how we do it. We will look at the given two equations. We will ensure that both are in the usual form, the most frequently used form. Then we will choose, it is our choice, which variable we want to substitute. We will express the chosen variable in terms of the other from one equation, substitute the variable in the other equation, solve the other equation to find the value of the other variable, use the calculated value of the other variable in any equation to solve and find the value of the chosen variable. These are the linear equations. These are the two linear equations, simultaneous linear equations that we will work with today, right? Whatever may be the method, we will use this pair of linear equations to understand different methods of solving, right? First, check if they are written in the frequent form or not. The frequent form is ax plus by equals to c. Conceptually, the terms with the variables should be on the left hand side and the terms without a variable should be on the right hand side. Just look at the equations and confirm कि ऐसा है कि नहीं है. Are the two equations in the form ax plus by equals to c or not? If we focus on the first equation, x term and y term, they are on the LHS. The non-variable term 4 is on the RHS. If we look at equation number 2, the x term and the y term are on the left hand side. The non-variable term, which is 2, is on the right hand side. Then, so yes, both equations are in the form ax plus by equals to c. Now, the second thing is, or the first mathematical thing is, to choose which variable you want to substitute. तुम बताओ कौन सा variable substitute करेंगे, x को कि y को? If you substitute x, then we will first end up finding the value of y. If we substitute y, then we will first end up finding the value of x. You tell me. Okay, first answer has come from Alfia and she is saying we will substitute x. So what we will do, we will say from equation 1, we will try to write x in terms of y. क्या दिया है हमको? x plus y equals to 4. So we will try to write x in terms of other things. So we will move y from left hand side to the right hand side. So, sorry. 4 is already on the RHS. Y moves from the left hand side to right hand side. So plus y becomes minus y. Suppose this is 3. This is what I meant by choose the variable. Choose the equation, choose the variable to substitute. Express the variable in terms of the other variable. So we chose, Alfia chose that we will substitute x. So we are writing x in terms of y from equation number 1. 2 से भी कर सकते हैं, but it is much easier from 1. The next step is to substitute this variable in the other equation. Now the other equation is 2. So from 2, we have 2 into x. Now we will not write x, we will substitute x with this value, 4 minus y, which is, then we are left with minus y equals to 2. This is the substitution that we have done. This is why this method is called substitution method. Then we have to simplify this. Multiplication, 2 into 4 is 8. 2 into minus y is minus 2y. Minus y equals to 2. Minus 2y minus y is minus 3y. See how integers and variables are coming together. If we take this 8 from left hand side to the right hand side, this becomes 2 minus 8. Now, if we go to the other side, then minus 3y equals to 2 minus 8 is minus 6. Integers. If you refuse to learn integers, you will not be able to solve this. Now, if we have to find the value of y, so we will keep y on one side. We will take the coefficient minus 3 to the other side. On the left hand side, it is minus 3 into y. So this will become minus 6 divided by minus 3. Again, integer division, minus 6, minus 3, same sign.
1 by.
Answer is 2. Answer is 2. We have found the first part of the solution. In the last step, if we use this value of y in equation number 3, so we can find x equals to 4 minus y we know is 2. So the answer is 2. This is 5. Therefore, the solution is x equals to 2 and y equals to 2. याद करो, यही तो मैंने बताया था शुरू में जब एग्जाम्पल में एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था. The second method that we studied last year is called the elimination method. Now, if you want to know the process, if you want to write down the steps of how to use this method, we can write like this. We have to choose a variable to eliminate. Again, the control is in our hands. We have to equate the coefficients of the chosen variable by multiplication. We have to add or subtract the two new equations, not quotations, equations. Solve to find the value of the other variable. Use the calculated value of the other variable in any equation to solve and find the value of the chosen variable. Let us see. We will use the same two equations to solve using elimination method. You should also try to solve it along with me. For our ease, let us call this first equation as equation 1, the second equation as equation 2. Now you tell me which variable you want to eliminate. X or y. Once again, if you eliminate x, you will end up finding the value of y first. If you eliminate y, you will end up eliminating
y.
You will end up finding the value of x first. Okay, so first answer that I got was x, so we will eliminate x. It is up to us, whichever we find it easy. And here it will be easier to eliminate y, but it's okay. We will try eliminate x. Now, once we have chosen that we will eliminate x, the first thing that we need to do is we have to equate the coefficients of x. Dekho, in equation 1, the coefficient is 1. In equation 2, the coefficient is 2. Hai na? 1 and 2. To equate, या तो हम 2 को 2 से डिवाइड करें या फिर हम 1 को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करें. Always multiplication is simpler. So do the multiplication. We will say multiply 1 by 2. So what is it that we are doing? X plus y equals to 4. इसको हम 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करें. So 2 into x is 2x. 2 into y is 2y.
2y.
2 into 4 is
8.
8. Now this is the new equation. 2 में हमको कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, because it is already 2. और you can also say कि हम equation 2 में 2 को हम 1 से multiply करें. So where is this 1 coming from? This is this one. Where is this 2 coming from? This is this 2. So we are multiplying just like, जैसे याद करो, when we make the unlike fractions like, we are making the unlike equations like. Same concept. So our new equations are, right? Now we have to add or subtract. Add or subtract so that one variable vanishes. So we will subtract क्योंकि 2x और 2x दोनों plus में है, दोनों same sign है. If we add, then it will become 4x. So we will not add, we will subtract. So when we subtract, the signs will change. 2x minus 2x is 0. 2y plus y is 3y. 8 minus 2 is 6. देखो ये नंबर तो हमने पहले भी देखे हैं. y 3 6. From here we can say y equals to 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Got the same answer. Now if we put this value of y in any of the equation, suppose we put it in 1, equation number 1. I'm sorry for this bad handwriting. So if we go back to equation number 1 and we put this value of, so let us say this is 4. If we put from 1 and 4, if we put the value of y that we have found in equation number 1, we get x plus 2 equals to 4. Now when we solve this, x equals to 4 minus 2. We are taking plus 2 from left hand side to right hand side, which comes as 2. So we have from 4 and 5, we get x equals to 2 and y equals to 2. This is the solution. It's the same solution, same values. We have done it right. So in class 10 this year, after we studied the substitution method and elimination method last year in class 9, we studied about 2 new methods of solving the linear equations. One is the graphical method and another one is the determinant method, which uses Cramer's rule. We will look at the graphical method in the next session. Right now, we will look at the determinant method. To be in a position to use the determinant method, we need to know what a determinant is. And to keep the things very simple, determinant is just another way of writing certain mathematical operations. In mathematics, determinant is, we can say it is another operator, but it's a very complex operator. A determinant would look like this. Suppose there are 4 numbers, and when they are written like this between 2 vertical parallel lines, then we say this is a determinant. And this determinant is also given a name, a capital alphabet. It can be called A, it can be called Z, it can be called XY, whatever you want to call it, but it has to be capital letter from A to Z, anything. This is a determinant. Then I said it's an operator. Yes, it is an operator. And what it means is when we write 4 numbers like this, the value of this determinant or the operation that is referred to by writing these 4 numbers like this is, first we have to multiply 1 and 4. Then we have to do a subtraction, and the subtraction will be of 2 multiplied by 3. always from left to right and from top to bottom. तो हमने पहले 1 लिया, 1 को 4 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई किया, फिर 2 लिया, फिर 3 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई किया. 1 into 4 is 4 minus 2 into 3 is 6. Once again, we need to understand integers. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So we can say that if this determinant is this a, then we can say the value of a equals to minus 2. That means a equals to minus 2. As simple as that. Now to see if you have understood or not, suppose the another determinant is there, which is like this. Now find the value of this determinant, do it in the notebook and share the answer with everyone in the chat. Right. Suppose the name of this determinant is B. सबको एक ही नाम देंगे तो confusion होगा ना? So let us call this B. So now the value of B will become first 3 into 2, then minus 4 into 1, 4 into 1. So 3 into 2 becomes 6, minus 4 into 1 becomes 4. So the answer is 2. So the value of B is equal to 2. If we are able to find the value of the determinant, then we will be able to easily use the determinant method, or which is also called as the Cramer's method, Cramer's rule, to solve equations. Now, once we know how to find the value of the determinant, we can use that concept to solve simultaneous linear equations in two variables. Very, very, very easy. And this method was discovered by Cramer, a mathematician Cramer. So it's also called as the Cramer's rule, which uses the determinant. Very simple 2 steps or 3 steps. Let's call it 3, 4. We first have to write the equations in the form ax plus by equals to c, not in the general form, but in the frequently used form ax plus by equals to c. Otherwise, this rule will not work. This is necessary. After we have done this, we have to find the value of 3 determinants. The determinants are d, dx, and dy. Finally, we can find the value of x, that is the value that the variable x should have to satisfy the equations as dx by d. And we can find the value of y as dy by d. So the only question that remains to be answered is what is d, what is dx, and what is dy. Now, if we take 2 general equations, a1x plus b1y equals to c1, a2x plus b2y equals to c2. You should now be able to identify that the coefficients are from first equation a1 and b1. The coefficients from the second equation are a2 and b2. The constant in the first equation is c1. The constant in the second equation is c2. If you are able to write the given equations in ax plus by equals to c form, then d, the determinant d, is the determinant of the coefficients a1, a2, b1, b2. You know how to find the values. The determinant dx, once you have written d, for dx, what you have to do is, instead of the coefficients of x, you have to write the constants. So c1, c2, and b1, b2 remains as it is. And you know how to solve this. The determinant dy, once you have written the determinant d, so you will leave the coefficients of x as it is, a1, a2. But in place of the coefficients of y, you will write the constants c1, c2. Now you know the full method. First step, write both the equations in the ax plus by equals to c form. Second step, find the values of d, dx, and dy. So if the first step is wrong, second step cannot be right. Very important to get the first step right for this method. Then The third step, or you can say third and fourth step, you divide dx by d to find x, and you divide dy by d to get the value of y. Now dx, when I write dx, it is the value of dx. When I write d, it is the value of d. When I write dy, it is the value of dy. Let us try this with the same question, same set of equations, and you will tell me what I should be writing. Right? So these are the two equations. Equation 1, equation 2. Quickly tell me what is A1, what is B1, what is C1. You can type, you can speak. What is A1? What
X.
A1
X.
is X. If
4.
A1 is X, then we have to start the session once again. How is A1 X?
4.
How is A1 4?
1, 1, 1.
A1 is 1. What is B1?
1.
What is C1?
4.
4.
Oh yeah.
Now tell me what is A2, what is B2, and what is C2. What is A2? Come on, you can answer.
2.
Correct. What is B2?
1.
1.
Wrong.
Minus 1.
Minus 1 is correct. What is C2?
2. 2.
Right. Now once we have the coefficients and the constants, now we can form the determinants. Right? The equations are already in the ax plus by equals to c form. So we could identify the coefficients and constants. Now if we try to find the determinant d, it will be 1, 2, 1, minus 1. क्या किया मैंने? इसको लिखा. Now solve this and tell me the value. When we solve this, first we will multiply 1 and minus 1. So 1 into minus 1. Then we will do a subtraction and we will subtract 2 into 1 from that. Now 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 2 into 1 is 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. Once again, if we don't know our integers properly, if we refuse to study integers, we will not be able to use this method also. Now the second determinant, dx. Remember, when we are writing dx, we will not write the coefficients of x, but we will write the constants. So 4, 2, and 1, minus 1. Find the value of this determinant. One answer that you have given me is minus 6. Another answer that you have given is 6. So let us see what the correct answer is. To find the value, 4 into minus 1. Subtraction, 2 into 1. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. 2 into 1 is 2. Minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 is correct. 6 is wrong. The final determinant, which is dy. When we are writing dy, we will not write the coefficient of y, but in place of that, we will write the constants. So 1, 2, just in case of d, and then in place of 1 minus 1, we will write 4 and 2. Solve it. Tell me the value. So here you have given me 2, 3 different answers. I've seen 6, I've seen minus 6, and I've seen 10 also. So let us see what is correct, what is not correct. So first one, we will multiply 1 and 2. 1 into 2. Then we will do the subtraction. Subtraction is 2 into 4. So this is 2 minus 2 into 4 is 8. 2 minus 8 is minus 6. So both dx and dy have the same value, -6, whereas d is -3. So in the first step, we checked that the equations are in the form ax plus by equals to c. Once they are in that form, we understood what the coefficients and constants are. Using the correct coefficients and constants, we found the value of the determinants dx, d, and dy. Final step is to find x and y. Remember, x we can find by dividing dx by d. What it means is we have to divide the value of dx by value of d. Value of dx is -6. Value of d is -3. So this comes to 2. To find the value of y, dy by d. Value of dy is -6. Value of d is -3.
-3.
6 by 3 is again 2. Right? So we can say x equals to 2 and y equals to 2 is the solution. So we have solved the same equations in substitution method, elimination method, determinant method. We are getting the same answer. होना तो चाहिए ना, question same है तो answer भी same होगा, but the methods are different. If you observe all the methods clearly, intently, you will realize that you end up doing the same amount of calculations. The only difference is how we write it. Otherwise, the amount of calculation is same. So it is up to you which method you use. If the question doesn't mention which method to use, you can use the method of your choice. If the question tells you to solve it by determinant method, then you have to use the determinant method. As I said, in the next session, we will revise the graphical method of solving linear equations in two variables when we have two simultaneous equations, and we will also relook at the requirements for solution of a given system of linear equations, and that will complete our revision. You will also get some homework for this chapter number